Be- Because actually, there's one thing a Bible always says that if you believe, you can. You can create.
And we can do all
You
things
can do all
through
things.
Christ.
Exactly, you can do all things. Yes, and the Bible, like, one of the things the Bible is the blueprint.
Everything.
You can be intentional, as we earlier said in the beginning. You can be intentional. You have all your good plans. You say this is what I'm going to do. If there's no God in it, still there's no guarantee. There's no sure that it's going to help.
It's gonna.
When you look at your life, my love, you see yourself. You're like that's the new, and you see now with all your messes, with all your friends around, with everything, with all your associations, everyone that you talk to, where do you see them taking you? There's a book I was reading, and it says that a lot of people's plans every day. Funerals are held by people with a lot of good ideas, like the greatest ideas, but they're buried every single day.
I know.
Simply because of their associations, simply because of the things that we've been talking about. Now imagine you had that.
Most of the times, people struggle a lot in life, and they end up doing things with a lot of pressure, and by the time they grow up, they really reach that age, or even, let's say, reach the late age of 30s, let me say late 40s, when you feel like you're fed up with life. Why? Because all your life you have really been trying to make ends meet, or even you've been trying to achieve things in life because of pressure. You have been trying to work so much hard, because you thought that you were meant to work hard. But what if I told you that it is not always that you have to work hard? Sometimes you just have to work, trusting God, and also to follow, go through this life with grace, but not applying pressure on each and everything, because not everything actually requires a lot of pressure. Sometimes you just have to hold your peace and you let go. Hello, my name is Her Majesty Maureen, and I welcome you back to the podcast. Yes, this is Dine with Her Majesty Maureen podcast, and in case you're new here, you're very welcome. Take a deep breath and let's continue. In the house today, we have a guest, and she will be introducing herself, and we shall dive deeper into the video. You are welcome.
Thank you so much, Her Majesty.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
It's been amazing. Thank you for posting.
Thank you so much for accepting that.
We have always wanted to do this for as long as
I know. I know.
Finally, here we are.
Oh my God, doing the arrangements, the preparations, and then we end up canceling. Finally, we are here. Yes.
All right.
You can introduce yourself to people.
Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Ishama Imrin. Most people call me Eve. I call myself God's babe because I believe I'm blessed. Babe, when you have your babe, that's how I call myself God's babe. And my passion, I am so much passionate about helping people to become better, but with grace, no pressure. Of course, the world already has a lot of pressures. We see so many things that people put up pressure on us. We get to the point where you feel like, I've given up on life. So, but before you give up on life, I have to remind you, we can get recipes, become better, one step at a time. That is what it is on this podcast.
Exactly. I want you to actually say for us the other statement of yours, your favorite statement.
Oh,
because remember,
we are moving with intention and we are
becoming with grace. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So today, just like she moves with intention, actually, she helps people move with intention and become with grace.
Oh, yeah.
And today we are here with her, and she's going to be telling us how to become with grace.
Oh, yeah.
And not pressure.
Yeah.
Actually, so how do you go about that topic, basically?
So, basically, as my mantra says, we move with intention. You choose not wisdom. You choose to do anything.
Yeah.
You choose to. There's nothing that happens by chance by life.
Oh, yeah.
We always choose. We be like, so today, this is what you wake up and you make a decision. You want to be a better person. But at the end of the day, we become like God's grace.
Exactly.
So that is why I always say we live with intention and become grace.
Oh, yes.
That is how it came about. So in whatever you choose to do, pressure, that's not God's fault.
I know.
We do it intentionally, one step at a time, as I said, small steps consistent. And at the end of the day, by grace, that will become better.
Exactly. Actually, when you were saying all that, there is this scripture that just came in my mind. That scripture, like, actually, I think it's a saying. Maybe it's not a scripture where they say that we plan as God also plans. Huh? Yes, you can be having plans, but it is God who can decide whether those plans are going to be.
It's true that we all know in most cases, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
We know that I'm a believer. I'm a Christian, so and the word says that we all know He's good. He has only good plans for us. That means only His good plans. So for us to be able to get His plans, to rest, being assured, you just walk on the place of rest. You are not trying to become what you are not. You become that which really God has prepared.
Oh, yeah. So the thing is, for you, you do your part.
Exactly.
You do what you are supposed to do, and you wait on Him.
You wait on Him. But when you're doing your part, don't say, okay, I'm going to go and pray. I'll pray and fast. I mean, you need to pray fast, but you also start acting.
Yeah.
You can't say, I have a friend of mine who always says, I always use the friends who always says, my God is a calorie ban. I know God ban is calories. Still, you cannot be eating burgers for lunch, breakfast, dinner. You eat anything you want, you don't exercise, you don't work out. You just not to pray and God ban is of calories.
Maybe they wanted to happen like miracle-wise, something like that. That's why my God is a calorie ban.
Honestly, I know God, He works in mysterious way.
Yeah.
He's a miracle worker. It is true that. But honestly, do your part as well.
Exactly. Actually, yes, He works in miracles, but also God loves people who have wisdom as well.
That is what He gives us.
And even He says, if you don't have wisdom, ask for it.
Exactly.
Because He's generous, He will give it to you.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to do things with wisdom,
Exactly.
At the end of that day. Yeah. So coming to that, how does someone, or what do we do, or how can someone become with grace? How can someone avoid putting pressure on almost everything and allow the grace is sufficient?
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
So, in how I'm actually personally how I manage to do it.
Yeah.
I used to be that person that used to, I would give myself those goals that are realistic. I would tell myself, I'm going to use my weight loss journey. I used to weigh a lot of cakes and I really wanted to lose the weight. But it so happened that I would start with, today. If I go to the gym today, I want to see the results that real day. So I would end up feeling exhausted, tired, and burning out. Even before 2 days, 3 days, and I don't remember it. So how I came up with this idea actually, it all came from, I read a book called Atomic Habits. And I discovered you can change through small, consistent steps.
Exactly, yeah.
Just our aim is to get 1% better every day. You don't have to aim at
doing it all at
once. Exactly. Every day you wake up and tell yourself, I'm aiming at becoming 1% better, 1% better every single day. Every day, let's say I've been how I started losing my weight, and it helped me a lot. I would say, okay, if I've been eating 3 meals a day, what have I been eating before that? So I start reducing now by taking 2 meals and reducing a small quantity, small portions. Not that I'm going to wake up today and I'm not eating breakfast, I am not eating lunch.
You're gonna fast the entire night.
On a third day, they will take you to the hospital because you can't breathe now.
And I feel like that's how even people end up, and they be like, why am I even struggling?
Exactly.
Who am I doing this for? Yeah, because I have actually tried that myself. Working out, and I just want to lose this weight, and then you do it. The first day you do it with all your effort because you have got the motivation, and you feel like you can do it. You do it the first day, the second day you feel pain, and then you ask yourself, what am I doing this for?
Why?
Where am I struggling? And now you start getting exercises, So we have to go slow.
Yes. Don't be hard on yourself. Start divide. Looking at what you want. That is the vision you have to have. Look at what you want. This is where I want to be in 5 years. Actually, give yourself those long-term goals. Don't limit yourself. Because if you say in 2 months, I want to have lost this, you're going to end up giving up along the way. But if you give yourself, let's say 5 years time, you work towards that. You know, okay, for me to be able to achieve what I want in 5 years, what am I going to do? But remember, we are not putting pressure on ourselves. We are doing it consistently. Small steps consistently.
Consistently.
Yes. But small steps, a lot of people will say, they get stuck into the levels of inconsistency and inaction simply because of wanting to do too much at the same time. So you get overwhelmed along the way. On the 3rd week, you are so overwhelmed and you become inconsistent. You just give up. You're like, as you said earlier, you're like, now with this,
No one sent me here.
No,
I'm just gonna do me.
Exactly, don't be me. But you know, when you start, let's say you're building something. It's the legacy. You're building something that is okay. You do this time. You like every day. Just only 1%. If it's reading the book, every day, I'm going to only read 1 page. Or 1 chapter. You can start with 1 page. If you've not been reading, start with that.
Actually,
yes.
I'm learning. Guys, we are learning.
Before you know it, you will have finished a book before you know it. But if you say, this week, I want to finish this book,
and that has been me. Surely, I don't want even to lie. I don't want even to beat around the bush. That has been me. And I think that's something that is actually affecting my consistency, kind of habit. Because I'm always inconsistent on almost everything. And it is something that sometimes I be there and I don't want to call it regretting, but you be into yourself, like you literally think and you be like, what is happening to me? Why can't I start something and finish it? Something like that. But when you were actually saying, I think what disturbs me is I want to do a lot of things, everything at the same time. So we have to do step by step.
Yes, that is why I need to tell you, you do not have to change everything at the same time. You don't fix it. You can't do everything. Hey, even Jesus, even God, when he was creating, every day would say, let there be this.
And it was the first thing.
And let there be this. If the creator of heaven and earth created everything like one step at a time, every day created something, why would you think you would change your life in one day? Like you want to do everything at once. So that one you will definitely burn out along the way. You just need to love yourself that much. Yes, I am on this journey, but I will still be able to be enjoying. I will enjoy the process. You like how you say that you always lack. Along the way you become inconsistent. Because you want to do too much. That overwhelms you. We are human beings.
And I think also wanting results so quickly.
Exactly. That is a scheme, those, get rich skill. Those ones, no. If you want to be a better person, as becoming better, we are looking at all around becoming a better person. You start with one thing at a time. Let's say you look at the habits. You can start with the habits. As I told you, you look at the things that you want to do in 5 years. What do you want to be known to? What do you want to achieve in 5 years? If it is to do with your finances, how are you managing your finances? If, for me, I'm one person, I spend generously. Okay? I spend generously. So if I look at where I am right now, 5 years from now, if I continue spending like
generously,
some of us, you enter in I'm one person, okay, I'll enter in a show. I'll have my list. We have our struggles. I told you I'm also becoming better.
Exactly.
I'll enter in the supermarket. Before you know it, I will even look at dog's food. I don't have a dog, but I'll be like, wow, this packaging is nice. I need it. I'll end up buying it.
Just because it looks nice.
Exactly. That is me. But now, I've known my weakness. One of the things you need to first get to know yourself, accept yourself the way you are, and learn how to change yourself. Through the plan, just ask, okay, if I am, this is my weakness, I know it. So what are the steps you're going to do to avoid doing that? I'll just have to do it. For me now, how I'm doing it, how I'm changing that. I decided everything, all the on my phone. All the cards, I uninstalled the app because I know if I leave with my cards, my wallet,
You find yourself shopping.
I'll be swiping.
Oh yeah.
So how I do it, I make sure if I'm to move out of the house, I only carry the money I know I'm supposed to use that real day.
Oh yeah. The people who
It's
have
a
impulse shopping, impulse spending.
That is
You spend, and you know that for like that you can be even in the group, and then something comes up, and people have to pay. You were not on the plan of people paying, but just because you're seeing people, they're not acting.
They are not
up
acting.
because you think you have the money, and you'll be like, it's okay, I'll handle that. I'll
That
handle
is
it.
me. That would
Impulse
be me.
spending and everything. Oh my god.
That used to be okay. It's me still up to now. I'm still that person.
But you're becoming with grace.
Exactly.
You're becoming.
I am becoming.
Yeah.
And in our becoming journey, we look at our habits as we see it, our weaknesses, and we try to work towards that. We make plans of how we can be better. Nothing happens by mistake, right?
Yeah.
There's no success that comes by like luck, as we said. You plan towards that.
And you be intentional.
And be
about it.
intentional, yes. If I said, even this month, I now want to use only let's say minimum 500. How am I going to be able to use that money? What am I going to do? How am I going to spend? Like you get a budget, you plan. You say, in this week, this is what I'm planning. This is what I'm planning. Yes, along the way, things will come here and there.
Yeah.
But that is why the grace is available, and we end up becoming better.
Yes. So basically, you don't have to. It's not pressure. No one is chasing you, but it is you living in your own world.
Exactly.
You don't have. You just wake up and now you have a party on Friday and you start asking Google how to get a flat tummy within 2 days. How to get a flat tummy within 2 days, how can I become rich? You ask ChatGPT, give me 5 ideas. Give me 5 ideas of how to make money.
Yeah.
Where can I go? Things like that. You just have to accept. First is acceptance.
Yes.
You accept that this is it now, and then you think about how am I supposed to go about this? And you don't have to focus on results quickly.
Yes.
But just go step by step.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also one thing, a lot of us always wait for things to be, you first wait for it first hit in your life. That is how I can say it. You first hit your life when you look at how your life is, and that is the time you'll be like, I think I need now to start acting.
I'm now tired. This is too much.
Like a friend of mine always says, all of us are born motivational speakers. But you're always waiting for only one heartbreak.
And you're annoyed, and then that's when you will stand and start motivating people around. Never trust anyone. It is good to work out.
Simply because of a heartbreak. But now for us, we are talking about don't wait for that time. You do not have to first wait to look at your bank account and it is negative and you're like, it's real. I need to do better.
Yeah.
When you look at your body, you have your clothes you bought like 2 months ago and you want to try on your body and you look at it and your body looks at you and you're like, hey.
And you will blame the clothes. You blame the clothes instead of you. Oh my God.
So you have to incorporate that into our lifestyle. We don't have to wait for things to be bad. You hate your life and you're like, now 5 a.m. I'm waking up.
You first get problems. Then you remember praying. Imagine. You want things of pressure. Because you have a problem that is pressurizing you, and now you think that's the right time to pray. But it doesn't have to be like that. It has to be a routine. It has actually to be a lifestyle.
You need to change. You change your life because you can, not because you hate it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is that.
Say that again.
Change your life because you can, not because you hate it.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should come from that place of like purpose. This is what I want.
Yeah.
Like let it be with grace. Like you don't have to wait for those moments when you have problems and you're like, there you do it with pressure.
Oh yeah.
That is now how the pressure comes in. The pressure, everything's good. different. That is when you're like, everything is falling around and you're like, ah. Now you become a strict parent. You know the strict parents yourself. The strict parents when you are growing up.
Yeah.
And your mom tells you by 8 you have to be at home.
Yeah. You have to do this. You have to have that.
Yes. So now you put yourself on that pressure, like that tension.
Yeah.
You hate your life and you're doing everything out of pressure.
Yeah.
So that we can be better, but with gracefully. When you're not forcing anything, when you're not punishing yourself. A lot of people think when I tell my friends that I'm becoming better journey, everyone looks at me as like this holy Mary angel, you know, like you don't sin, like you don't. No, that is not the case. Like alone when we all make mistakes.
Exactly.
People, what makes us who be on that journey is when you make a mistake, you accept. You're like, okay, so I have fallen short of the grace, but the glory, but. What is still faithful? You still pick yourself up again. It's not that you're going to live a perfect life. Today, you might be on a weight loss journey and you eat a burger today. You go eat those things that you
just break the rules.
You break the rules.
But it doesn't mean that you have to give up.
Exactly.
You go back on track.
You go back on track.
You accept, yes, I missed, but we have to follow now to get on.
Yes, we have to continue. We don't have to be like, now. Let me take my break forever.
Let me give up.
Because now what is it? Now how am I going to act? Everyone has already said that, okay, it hasn't worked out. But that should not be that.
And I think that's what actually breaks people more. Because, first of all, they were doing something out of pressure.
Yes.
And then, in the midst of doing something out of pressure, like you're pressurized, and then you just make one mistake, or even you break a rule. Maybe you said, I'm not going to do this again, and then you do it, and now you live in the heartbreak of why did I break the rule?
You start blaming
exactly
now.
So you keep yourself in that situation of blaming yourself. You're like, why did I have to do it? And then you end up giving up. You leave, the course, and then you will find yourself not progressing. You find yourself stuck.
Exactly.
Just because you messed up just one time that you could even correct and you get on track. It's something to.
That is one thing. I was actually reminded of the story in the Bible, the prodigal son.
Yeah.
He took his money, he went, wasted everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how God is merciful.
Yeah.
When he reached a point and was like, you know what? I think I need to go back. He went back and he was welcome.
I know. See? And one thing that is actually very, very interesting is that when he came, he actually just approached the gate like this, like the father already knew.
Exactly.
He already knew that he came back, and even before he said, "I am sorry," like the dad was already okay with everything.
So that is how we should look at how our lives, like we should put that into our lives. You're like, okay, even when I mess up again, even when I give up, but go back to your original settings.
Mm-hmm.
Your settings, remember, you programmed yourself to be better in 4 years or 5 years. This is why you want to be at.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. 1 month along the way, let's say, okay, 1 month, you have not really done what you're supposed to be doing every day.
Yeah.
But second month, still pick yourself up. Don't be like, for me, no, I'm way too good.
I tried that and it failed. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Never. I cannot.
I'm done.
No, we don't have to do that. We don't have to give up the life that we want, the things that we want to be, because we failed one time or we backslid. Just get back. Get back to the right track. That is how we move gracefully. That is how we become better with intention. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is really amazing.
And then there's one thing that a lot of us always put pressure on us. We love comparing ourselves to others. So I always tell people, if you're intentional with your life, the only person you're allowed to compare yourself to is yourself. Like stay in your lane, look at you. 2 years ago, look at you. 1 month ago, look at you. Because you cannot start comparing yourself to someone. You do not know their journey. Exactly. And a lot of us will have that mistake. You look at somebody's highlight and you're like, wow, this, when you see for you, you're still starting, you give up. You start feeling like,
I think I can't do
I
it.
cannot do it as well.
Yeah, because we just look at people's results, but we
Yes.
don't look at the back,
At the
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We don't know what has been happening behind the scenes. You don't know what has taken them to reach
Get
there.
where they are.
Or you're just looking at them because now they're successful. Now they have the body goals like you have.
Exactly,
They
like
have the
you-
good body. They have money.
They
Maybe
have-
they're looking good.
Exactly.
You're not focusing on their behind the scenes. Yeah, I think if it is comparison, because most of the time people, at least even when you say that you don't have to compare yourself, people will always compare.
I know.
But I just want us to have this in mind. Whenever you want to compare yourself to anyone, think about the behind the scenes. You'll be like, okay, she looks good.
You see, most people don't look at that part.
Exactly. Don't look at the fact that she's beautiful.
Yes.
Don't look at the fact that she knows how to do makeup. Don't look at the fact that she's rich, she's driving, she's whatever it is. Focus. Okay, you can admire that and say, okay, what does it take
Yes.
for her to be that?
Yes.
And that is what we have to focus more on to, instead of just saying, oh my gosh, she looks good. I think she's better than me. I think I am not even
I'm not
worthy.
even
I
worthy
think I'm not,
starting.
you know, you
Yes,
start,
yes.
despising yourself,
Yes,
things like
yes.
that. Yeah.
And a lot of us, we get stuck because we always want, like as you said, we want the results very fast. And you're looking at this person that has the results, what as we're talking about, you do not see how they started.
Exactly.
You don't know where the process it has taken them to get there. So for you, since you're starting today, how you're like, you start actually despising your humble beginnings, as the Bible says. You look at you remember where you're starting now. But the person you're admiring, they have been building something for years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you start being like, you either give up or you put too much pressure on yourself, and at the end of the day, you just be like stuck. You don't aim at your own.
And you trash all your steps, like the steps you have, like
trying to take.
you
Yes.
know.
Yes. So let's also, as we are looking at getting better, that one mistake we should really try to eliminate it.
Yeah.
Comparing ourselves, you can admire somebody's life and you're like, in 5 years, you first look at their journey, where they started from. Look at their story. If they've been in the industry for 10 years, you're like, obviously, if I also start 10 years from now, I should be able to be like that. Yeah.
Follow, trust the process.
Yes.
Trust the process.
That is what they call trusting the process.
I
exactly.
know.
But a lot of us, we want the results when we are not trusting the process. Well, there's even no process that is late.
I know.
Yes.
And oh my god. Twagala nnyo how is it even the word has actually gotten out of my mind. But we have to trust the process, surely. Twagala nnyo tukuyambako. Yes, actually when you can get there, and maybe someone who is already there, it can be an advantage to you, and that they can give you a hand or even help you get or achieve that thing early or quickly. But even when you don't get that person, just trust in yourself that you can do it.
Because actually, there's one thing the Bible always says, that if you believe, you can. You can do it.
And we can do all
And you
things
can do all
through
things.
Christ.
Exactly, you can do all things. Yeah. And the Bible, one of the things, it's the Bible, it's the blueprint, everything.
Honestly.
Everything. It has to be good or good or good.
Oh God.
There is no any other shortcut.
Yeah.
I know people saying work hard, you work, but it's okay, but it's good.
Yeah.
You know, some people you can be intentional, as we earlier said in the beginning, you can be intentional, you have all your good plans, you say this is what I'm going to do. If there's no God in it, still, there's no guarantee, there's no sure that it's going to work.
It's gonna be all in vain.
Yes, it's all exactly as I said at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, lovely people, we have to be so much intentional. And there's also one thing that I always want my people to know.
All right.
When you look at your life, my love, you see yourself, you're like, that's the way I'm seeing now. With all your messes, with all your friends around, with everything, with all your associations, everyone that you talk to, where do you see them taking you? If you're in the becoming part,
yourself.
Our influences matter.
I
You need to get people that have, at least, if you cannot, of course you can't get them yourself, but pray God to bring people that have the same common future, not the common past.
oh yeah.
Yeah, because if you're on a becoming better journey, you need those people that really, if you're speaking of, in 5 years I'm going to be here, and they'll be like, oh yes, they don't feel like you're offending them.
Yeah.
If you have your common, like the friends with the common past,
They'll see it as competition.
Yes, they'll be like,
they'll see it like you're wisecking.
Exactly.
They'll try to put you down or even
Yes.
what are you trying to do?
Exactly.
Why are you even trying to put a lot of energy in that? Do you have to do that anyway?
They will not listen that.
know. And yourself, actually, it is so much. It is something that we have to so much put in our mind, because the circle that you surround yourself with matters the most. Surely it can either build you, or it can literally break you or kill you, or it just cover you with all your dreams, with all your visions, with all your ambitions.
So many people, there's a book I was reading, and it says that a lot of people's plans, like every day, funerals are held by people with a lot of good ideas, like the greatest ideas, but they're buried every single day.
I know.
Simply because of their association, simply because of the things that we've been talking about. Now imagine you had that, we see all these great people, the ones that are known, but if you look at their circles, the friends that they come around with, the people they have in their scales of business, that the people that are pushing, telling them, yes, you can do it. Yeah, we can get there. So those are the people that we need to be mindful of. In good faith, the ones those friends that you have that have a common past. If they know where you cut, they go together. Today we are going out to those friends.
But I want to know, how do you cut off those people?
How you can do it? It is so easy. I'm on that journey.
Okay.
And I would say I have friends that I last saw in October, and these were my good, like feeder word. I think that's the word. But Chali Wang, that is how close they were.
Oh, yeah.
But when I met, it's from the January, it's when I became intentional of my life.
Oh,
and I was like, now, Ivrin, because I kept looking at the life I was living and the things I was doing.
Yeah.
And I kept asking myself, where will I be in 5 years? I saw I was heading nowhere.
Yeah.
And when I looked at that future, I didn't like what I saw. That is when I decided to be intentional. How you cut off these friends? You'll be so busy. Evelyn, I'm sorry, I am not available today. You know what? I want to see, I miss you. You don't supposed to tell them off like directly, but you'll be so busy for them. Because let me also tell you, when you become intentional, you start doing things that occupy your mind. You do here, you get skills. At least you try to learn as many skills as you can.
Yeah, of course.
When this year began, I started learning so many.
Oh, yeah.
And by God, you made in one of these classes. So look for something you can use to occupy yourself, occupy you. If you've been, I always have, for me, I thank God where I'm working, I always have find myself with a lot of time. A lot of free time. So in most cases, what I would do with that free time, don't ask me, but that was not good. But you'd find that is the time you
Kusimbula all the time.
My love, that is the time you'd be like, now, Zivugidewa, let's go. Because you have a lot, you have like 3 off days, you have, you work 44 hours, and you have a lot of time on yourself. So you end up, as the Bible says, like an idle mind is
That was much.
So you end up doing things that are not constructive. But when you be intentional, you start thinking, okay, try to learn something
that is productive, that adds value
to you.
Yeah.
You might learn a skill today that you do not know why you need it in the future. We believe God never makes any mistake.
Exactly.
Anything that you learn, like when I started learning makeup, I was like, I love makeup. Personally, I love makeup. It's like, I knew how to do makeup on me, but I was like, let me just do
perfect,
and see. Over the weekend, I was able to do makeup on some brand.
She's a very good makeup artist. And even speaking of makeup, sometimes you can be just like she was saying, that sometimes you're going to learn something, but you don't know why, because God never makes mistakes. I just want to testify because, we became friends because we met in one of the classes there trying to add value on us. Yeah.
Yes.
So, we became friends. I don't know even why, because we kept asking each other, but why have we even become friends? God never makes mistakes, things like that.
Yeah.
And this one time comes, I was having my friend, we were going to have a bridal shower.
That part. It is that
Yeah, honestly, that thing, I kept on thinking about that thing and I'm like, God never makes mistakes. So we show up with this friend of mine. She was actually the bride. And we had not planned for that part of makeup. We were like, you know what, we're going to do our own makeup and everything. Tell me why that very day we bumped into her and she was free that day. She was not busy. And she's okay because she was learning makeup.
Yeah.
So I asked her, please, I want you to do makeup to my girl. And she was so positive and she did makeup to my friend. Imagine that. When I tell you I was happy, I was happy. I was genuinely happy. You can't even imagine it.
And here me, I was saying, okay, when I'm like, I looked at someone, okay, she's going for it's her party.
I know.
I'm like, let me make sure this her day is colorful. She looks beautiful.
I know.
She doesn't have to look like that normal day.
Then I'm telling you, Nasanyo Paningamba, God never makes mistakes.
He never makes mistakes.
And you don't meet people just like that.
Yes, especially if you're intentional. And as we said, me, I've actually come to realize it is this when I think someone was saying the other day, you attract your kind. Oh, yes, you attract your kind. When I was still in the other part of the world, the friends I would meet, they were my kind.
Because that's where
That's where I was.
Yeah.
But even along the way on the street as they're moving, still they will still be my kind. The ones that will be, I go to do. But even now, this time when I'm intentional with my life, I am surprised God is connecting me to friends that are also of my kind.
Oh, yeah.
Of my kind. So you attract your kind. If you want to be a better person,
and you're intentional about it,
God will make sure you connect to such people.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yes, the other friends, the old friends that we have, we will keep saying, and let me tell you, as time goes on, you find the jazz you used to have, it's not there anymore. It's boring. Yeah.
It doesn't, when you listen to it, does not add anything to you. You'll be like, what are we even talking
about? You get the phone calls that, hey, we used to, I have, okay, that's still there. That's still there. But we'll talk for like 2 hours. And that time the jazz would be flowing.
Nice, and you're laughing
out loud. But now, 10 minutes, I think they're draining all my energy.
You'll be like, nah.
This
is not vibing anymore.
It's not vibing anymore. But those days,
go to go thing,
As you're asking how to get rid of them, eventually it happens. I know because it is happening for me. And these are the people I don't hate. These are the people that are, I wouldn't say they are useless.
Yeah.
But they are still on their way as well. And I'm still praying as they are still also work in progress as I am still as well. But when you be intentional, you'll be surprised the people that will come in your way.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
God will also be intentional. I just something that clicked in my mind. When you choose to be intentional, God will also start being intentional.
Yes, exactly.
He will try to arrange things and align things for you, and you will be surprised.
Sure.
So I have gotten that point. How to cut off friends when you are trying to change or even becoming. You just be busy.
Yeah, don't be like this person who will be like, we're Angela. I am no longer your friend. Me, I'm intentional.
I'm now sit at the level zone.
No. You don't be that.
I know.
Yes.
That can be so rude.
That will be so mean.
And even, by the way, you still need those people. You don't know how, but you still need them somewhere, somehow. So you don't have just to cut them off, because it is something that can be confusing. Now you start asking yourself, now, can I stop talking to them? Can I keep calling them? Can I just tell them blank, you know what, I'm not your friend anymore.
So one of the things that you should also be mindful of is these people, they'll still be in your life, remember? Stand on your ground, set boundaries, okay? If you used to be a party person like me, who used to go out and club and all that, if you used to go hang and drink and all that, if you decided to be intentional with your life, the moment they start telling you, "My Evelyn, this weekend, there's this new place," that one you have to be really, really like stand on your ground. Actually, you let them with time. You be like, you know what? I'm no longer into that life. I no longer do that.
Yeah.
My friends, the ones that I really used to party together, like we used to go to places with.
Yeah.
They now know me, and they cannot really. They'll be like, even because you no longer do this. I'm like, yes. Eventually, they get to know that you have really now changed.
And they get to respect it as well.
They get to respect it. And now I'm actually surprised that my friends, they're like, we want to be like you. Those friends that I used to be like, I would want to be like you. When I see you now, you're intentional with your life, I'm like, you will be like me also, you can get there.
I know. So now you have become the light. Now
yes, exactly.
Illuminating.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
It is so good because whenever someone takes their ground and they are bold about it, surprisingly, if you've been so keen, like you have been saying, you take your ground, you put boundaries, and you speak boldly. You know what? I don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
People will get to understand that, and they'll learn to respect your decision. In the beginning, it might actually be kind of tough.
Yes.
Because,
they will start looking at you as the actual. You call them actual.
Yeah.
Actually, now actual. Let's see. We've given you 2 weeks. They actually will start telling you. We are waiting for you. Somebody's birthday is coming. They'll start even telling, let's see on this birthday.
Yeah, but once they see your consistency, they begin now to be inspired. And they begin to appreciate and respect you. And now they'll just learn you and eventually want to become like you.
Exactly.
Just like, she said her friends now want to be like which is so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the time you start saying, so you mean that is why you're saying, you never know how somebody is. Actually, there's a time, I think it's not told me this one. There's a time I have one person I love dressing good and looking good.
Yeah.
So there's one day we're telling me, we can do we can shoot like 3 videos. And I'm like, I'm still growing my account. I wouldn't want to be seen in the same road, like talking about like maybe like 5-6 videos.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm going to say it. You never know how somebody's life will be impacted by your change.
Exactly.
By what you do. So you could be the only person that is holding one other person from becoming better. So
yeah.
So any person, when I meet a person, I always be like, try. You never know, by you becoming a better person, somebody else will also act.
Exactly.
Yes, somebody else.
You inspire someone's life. Yeah. They'll be, inspired to also take a step.
Exactly. Yes.
That's so nice. That is really nice.
Yes.
And oh my God, we have really shared a lot of things. And you cannot tell me that by now you don't know how to become better with grace. To become with grace and not pressure. It's not. There is one book that I was seeing. Because actually I want to start reading it. It's called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. Yeah, I think it's from Wani Brown, something like that. And one of the regrets is working hard. Because I actually want to read it and find out why is it one of those things, like working hard. And I just read it. I haven't gone deeper into it. But when we were talking, I think I just gotten to understand a little bit of it. Yeah, because people work hard so much in life. And they end up, losing a lot in life. They do not enjoy life. They don't be happy. You deny yourself happiness. You deny yourself freedom, rest. Just because you are trying to work hard. And sometimes they're working hard to please people. You're working hard to achieve a better life, not to please you, but to please the people who are seeing you. And then you end up with regrets. And even the people who you are trying to please, they don't even care.
Life goes on. The moment actually you were born, life goes on. And no one really remembers you tomorrow.
I know. So just be easy on yourself. Just be easy on yourself. The world will wait for you. I know you don't have to rest forever. But if you need rest,
you need to
exactly, just
somewhere. Actually, when you talked about working hard, I think there's something I was reading the other day was saying if working hard meant being successful, I think one of these construction workers, they'll be the most
billionaires in the world.
What about that? They will be that. Because you look at everything, especially if you're in Dubai or in the Gulf countries where it's so much.
Exactly.
Summer, you see someone they're out there who are souls, they are working 12 hours tirelessly. It is so hot outside, but they're really working so hard.
Yeah.
It's not that they're doing light show. They're using both with energy, strength, and everything. So if it was working hard, this would be the most richest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about working smart. And working smart is part of our becoming better.
Exactly.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure. We are not going to be holding ourselves like now. We are starting today.
Yeah.
Lightly, but sure. We know where we are heading. You're seeing the future, and you plan to get there. Because also one of the things that we should do. Yes, we've talked about becoming grace.
Yeah.
But we need a plan, as I say.
Exactly.
Because if you don't plan, the USA Army, they once said, I was reading a book and they say that if you don't plan to succeed, you're planning to fail.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I was going to also say. If you don't plan, you're planning to
You're
fail.
planning to fail. Exactly. Yeah, that's how it is. Yes.
Yeah.
So, in all that we have to plan anything that you're doing, make sure at least you write. It's somewhere you are writing. Because when you write, that means you're holding yourself accountable.
Exactly.
Okay? I said I wanted to do this. So, how am I going to do it? That plan helps you actually to move from point A, point B.
Not to
Point
just
A,
jump on everything.
Yes, point A is where you are right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay? And point B is where you want to go.
Yeah.
So the plan is that you reach. That's what brings that brings that. This is why how am I going to get there? How am I going to get there? You start seeing. And you go, okay, you do all this. If it means researching, if it means reading extensively, if it means going out there acquiring the skills that you need, if it means anything, do it. But make sure at least you put it right. Yeah, it's yes. You're planning and don't leave it in your mind. If it is in your mind, it can easily. Because one person also once said that the greatest memory, like a faint ink, is better than the strongest memory.
Yeah.
So one like please you put something down. Every day you look at it and like because I promised myself I was going to do this.
Oh yeah, I thought about it. I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. See?
No.
Now you start holding yourself up and you're like, why did I do it? Now you ask yourself.
Yeah.
When I wrote I was going to do this, why did I do it?
And you'll be accountable.
Yeah. To be like,
Yeah.
so if I failed, how can I now be better? How can I do better? So that is how we become better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and be like, okay. Now my plan, okay, I made plan B, it failed.
How do you go about it? Yeah.
Again and again and again and again.
And there is one statement that is ringing in my mind. The statement, when we said if you do not plan, your plan is actually to fail.
Yeah.
Something crazy. I just thought about it because think about your failure and just take it like you planned to fail. Because if you're planning to fail, if you do not do something about it, that means you planned. It was you intentionally chose to fail. So that was your plan. So
yeah, because you didn't plan.
Because you didn't. So you were planning to fail, basically.
Yeah.
So just choose to plan well, and you go about the things that you have, planned. You try and fulfill them. It's really hard right now to the inconsistent babes. We are becoming with grace.
Yes, to the inconsistent babes, I still have to tell you, please. Don't try to change everything at once. That is the issue with being. You say, okay, today, I've seen like so many challenges come up.
Yeah.
And you certainly, you cannot really tell me you're being inconsistent and you want to come with a 30-day challenge. It is going to break you, love. It's going to break you. Start, at least if you give yourself challenge, start with a 5
5 days.
5 days challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through that.
Yeah.
If you see 5 has huge, mastered that, tick. Next time, set 10 days challenge. But you cannot come from zero. You have never been consistent, and you're like, I'm starting with 30 days.
I can do it.
I can do it. Motivation along the way will reach somewhere and will give up on you, and you stay with yourself. But if you start small steps, that is why we call them small steps. Constantly, you do today, fine. Okay, like so it is doable. Now you're giving yourself the grace because you have known yourself. You're like, okay, tomorrow you go for 10.
Yeah.
And before you know it, 10 becomes easier. And you go now for like, okay, you can do this, and now I manage to do it. Actually, also one thing, by the way, that I need to encourage us: give yourself praise yourself for the small wins that you do. Applause yourself along the way. If you do the 5 days challenge and you've done it, you're like, yes, more. I'm just I did it.
Appreciate yourself.
Take yourself out if it means.
I feel like it is something that I've not been doing.
No, you need to, because on this journey of becoming better, you'll meet people who tell you, you think you're becoming a better person. You're not.
And that will demotivate you. I feel like I'll never do that again. And we even hate the people.
Exactly.
That is so nice.
But if you know yourself, this is what you used to struggle. And you have seen yourself, you made 5 days consistently.
It doesn't matter whether they
Who's proud of you.
I'm gonna appreciate me.
Exactly.
Oh,
Because
I like this. I feel like this was for me today. This was literally for me because I have learned a lot. And I believe I will watch again and again this episode because wow, it's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, I guess we are going to end this at this unless you had something to tell them.
Okay, the last thing that we want to tell people.
Yeah.
If you are there and you're becoming, as he was saying, that if you're on that consistent journey, I would really want to tell you, please fix everything. Don't try to fix everything at once. The only thing should be not to remain the same. That is my advice. Don't remain the same, but don't try to change everything all the same time at once.
Yeah.
No. Because remember, we are moving with intention and you're becoming with grace.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Her Majesty Marine once again, and she is
Ashawa Irene was there
on TikTok and
maybe TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok has a name still. I'm on a becoming richer journey, so I started. That's why I'm saying you started one thing at a time.
At a time, yeah.
I started with TikTok because that is where I will never just been to social media, so I started with one thing at a time until TikTok grows. That is where I'm going to have a channel.
Yeah, so you can go over there.
Follow me.
Follow her. She's a very good girl. Yeah. And this is Dine with Her Majesty Marine podcast. In case you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any episode that we shall be bringing. We love you. See you next time. Bye.